From the PE Center, we welcome you to Marian University basketball on the ISC Sports Network tonight. Marian, one of the top women's teams in the nation, a national quarterfinalist in each of the last two seasons, take on the Goshen College Maple Leafs, who, after an 11-win season last year, have struggled to a 1-8 record to start this season. Alongside Jan Bozier, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. And simply put, Jan, the beat rolls on for Santana Anderson and the Marian women's basketball team.
Yeah, it really does. They played very well, Greg, in their opening games coming into today. And this is one of those games where if I'm coach, I'm going to go, listen, guys, let's pay attention to all the details. We're playing very well. She's been playing very deep in her bench, Greg, and so she's got a lot of depth. Pay attention to the details in this game.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's exactly where I was going. We have a young man that's job shouting us tonight, and he asked about a player to watch for. And the answer for Marian is always Abby McNally. She's going to go down as one of the great players in the history of the school. And I said, well, her numbers are down this year. And again, down is a relative term here, folks. 17 points and 8 rebounds a game. The reason that is the case is she's playing only 22 minutes a game. Jan, Marian has outscored their competition so far this year by an average of 34 points a game, and no player is playing at least 25 minutes a night. That explains 8-0 in a nutshell.
And I'll give you another reason her numbers are down a little bit. They're shooting the three very well, something they didn't do last year, Greg. And the fact that other players are nailing that three has taken some of the pressure off her inside.
If you're Goshen, again, you come in at 1-8. Your one win is a non-league win. Frankly, Marian has beaten you women's basketball in 20 consecutive meetings. What's your mindset coming into this one?
Listen, they're going to play lose. They have nothing to lose. They're probably not supposed to win. So if you're a coach and you're a player, you take that as, listen, we got nothing to lose. Go play loose. Go play hard.
Leading scorer for Goshen is Zion Finnessy, who is a freshman from Snyder High School in Fort Wayne. Again, last year the Maple Leafs won 11 games and qualified for the league tournament, won 5 games in Crossroads League action. But again, so far this has been a struggle. They've also played a couple of really good teams to start the league season. They have played twice. Their losses by 46-27 to Indiana Wesleyan and Bethel, respectively. We'll take this quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups brought to us by Public Address Voice of the Knights in Mark Erdosi. It's the Knights of the Maple Leafs, and it is yours next as you're watching Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
When you have back or neck pain, you'll try anything for relief. Anything.
Whoa! Honey?
Honey, it was mustard seed.
For real options, get your back in front of the spine experts at Ortho Indy. Ortho Indy Spine. This is your way back.
Merchants Bank is one of the nation's top performing banks. Take our fixed rate CD, for example. At 4.75% APY, it's a great way to earn a higher interest rate than you do with a traditional savings account. Merchants Bank makes it simple. What you see is what you get. A great rate. No gimmicks, no minimums, no hidden fees. Merchants Bank, one of the nation's top performing banks. Hop on over.
We jumped in immediately. We take a intro to engineering course.
And they sit there and tell you, we're not going to push you through every single prereq your first 2 years. We're going to let you get hands-on work with engineering right away because 2 years of a prereq, that's boring.
There's companies always asking for students with shop experience. And the dean will email me and say, hey, they're looking for a guy just like you, which is awesome that the dean knows who a guy like me is.
Time now for the starting lineups, and with that, let's throw it to the public address voice of the Marian Knights. Here is Mark Erdosi.
Maple Leaves. At guard, number 2, Lillian Null. At forward, number 4, Ava Egolf. At guard, number 5, Kyla Foster. At center, number 13, Lucia Luque Morales. And at guard, number 24, Carrie Heiler. The Maple Leafs head coach is Tyra Carver. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for the Goshen College Maple Leafs.
Again on the season, Goshen comes in at 1-8. They're averaging 57 points a game, allowing 80 a contest. Shooting 35% from the floor, 28% from three-point range, and making 5.5 threes a contest. Rebounds been a problem for Goshen, out-rebounded by nearly 12 boards a game. Of all the things that Marian does well, that might be what Santana Anderson's team does best. Now back to Mark Cardosi.
And cheer as we meet the starting lineup for your Marian University Knights. At guard, a 6'1" redshirt freshman from Charleston, Indiana, number 2, Kennedy Coleman. At center, a 6'1" senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio, number 11, Abby McNally. At guard, a 5'8" sophomore from Bedford, Indiana, number 15, Madison Bailey. At guard, a 5'11" junior from Huntington, Indiana, number 23, Taylor Double. Rounding out your night starting lineup is a 5'8" senior guard out of Pittsboro, Indiana, number 34, Kenna Kirby. The head coach for the Knights in her second year is Santana Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, starting lineups for your Marian University Knights.
Mr. Cardosi, thank you very much. Jan, keys to this contest.
Well, you know, coming into this game, I think that defense is clearly the thing that you look at this team giving up just 48 points a game. If they keep that intensity, Greg, they're a hard team to beat. Offensive rebounds is the other piece of the puzzle. They have really attacked the boards, and they continue to mature this bench. That is short-term and long-term benefit for the Knights.
Top 5 scorers all returned from a season ago from Marian. And they're a very experienced group and have a pretty high level of expectations. Thanks for joining us on ISC. Full court man pickup by Goshen. Taylor Double, Huntington North High School. Bailey on the drive, always looks to dish, and she'll like to say that was an assist.
I'll give her an assist.
And that's what Bailey does. So Bailey has upped her offense this year in her second year on campus. 9 points, 3 rebounds a game, and north of 3 assists a contest as well.
It's hard to believe, Greg, that she is just a sophomore. She's really came and become this team leader.
Yeah, really a chance to be a 4-year starter at the point guard position. 3 taken and missed, and Double with the rebound. Double getting her 4th start in 9 games this season. Sometimes you'll see both Abby and Kylie playing together. That time it is Abby that tosses that one away. Turnover committed by the Knights, which is not something to do a lot of. A little more than 14 turnovers a game. Full court man pickup by Marian. Kennedy Coleman, the new face in the lineup, at least in terms of this season for Marian. From Charlestown, Indiana. He's got a familiar face and a conference foe in Heiler on the floor for Goshen, who played at Scottsburg. Shot clock is at 7. The runner, good job to wall off by Marian, and block shot. McNally, though, lost the handle, and then McNally picks up the quick foul.
Personal foul also on the Knights, number 11, Abby McNally. That is her first, the team's first in the first quarter.
McNally, always a player that, if she were to get in foul trouble, concerns you. We'll see if that translates tonight.
Well, speaking of defense, really the Knights' help side defense has continued to be a strong suit. They get a lot of help, Greg. They play man-to-man, but you watch them, they'll switch a lot and double up.
On the up and under, shot's good. Lucia Luque Morales, junior from Spain, transfer from Florida National University.
Well, if you're playing the Knights, what are you going to do? I think you have to go right at Abby and see if you can get her in foul trouble.
Special picking up that first one. Early 2-2 lead, 2-2 tie. McNally kicks out, but before she got to the basketball, called for a 3-second violation. Bit of a sluggish start here for Marian.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was talking about. Attentions to detail here. You don't want to get sluggish against a team that you should obviously probably do pretty well against. This is not the time to get sluggish.
Closest game that Marian has played this year was their road league win at Bethel when they won by 13. Turnover committed by Goshen. Other conference game was a 20-point win. You had that one with Rob Brown a couple of weeks ago against Spring Arbor. Goshen bails out Marian. What would have been a turnover there? Marian did play over the Thanksgiving holiday. They beat IU Southeast by a score of 87-54. McNally going to work. Missing and could not finish. On the drive, the Maple Leafs miss, and McNally controls the glass, and now Marian will look to push the pace.
Yeah, I think this team has that ability, Greg, to get transition points because you got 5 girls who can handle the ball, and they all run very well. They've been able to get more transition than years past a little bit.
Double pulls from 16, does not get it to go. Marian a bit cold to start this game. They are 1 of 4 from the floor. Same can be said for the Maple Leafs. Good take to the basket. Runner does not go. McNally quickly 4 rebounds. We have seen her get north of 20 in a game before. Double gets rid of that just in time. McNally the step
there you
through
go.
And one.
Just a really good under control shot by McNally. That's what she can do so well. I think she has a tendency sometimes to push because she feels like she needs to. When she gets in her groove, Greg, and just plays under control, she's so hard to stop.
So McNally to the free throw line and connects.
I like this right here out of the Knights. Coach Anderson does a really good job at changing her defenses, always trying to give a little different look to the opponent.
McNally each of the 2 years on the all-defensive team in the league. First team all-league each of the last 2 years. Second team all-league as a freshman. Holds her ground. Baseline jump shot does not go, and Coleman the rebound. She redshirted last year. Former Charlestown Pirate.
Oh.
Double got fouled. Foul goes against Ava Egolf, who is a sophomore from Tippy Valley. 5 points and 2 rebounds a game. Substitution. Emily Grimm will come in here for Marian. Sophomore from Ohio, her second year in the program. I'm going to give McNally an early breather. Grimm last year got about 10 or so minutes a game. Really trying to establish her on the low block. He's not shy about letting that jump shot go on the drive.
Yeah.
Left-handed basket is good.
Nothing wrong with that move. And I love the fact she comes in and looks to score right off the bat. Really like that a lot.
Jamie noticed that last year. She was not shy about that when she got minutes a season ago on the drive. Basket is good.
Maybe more so in the college level, Greg. You can't be afraid. When you get playing time, you got to make something happen.
That is Finney on the take. Double spots up for 3. That does not go, but Grimm the loose ball. Nice pocket pass. Kirby is fouled on the floor. Finney commits the foul.
Kirby's really been doing a great job of moving without the ball. Example right there, Greg. She just makes herself available. I really think she's elevated her game significantly from last year. Got a lot of playing time last year, and she plays like a veteran should.
Kirby, the senior from Tri-West. This lineup basically returns intact from a season ago. Bailey, double. Good move by double, left it short, but goes and gets it. Coleman lines up a 3.
There you go.
Good looking jump shot by Kennedy Coleman.
Coleman averages 6. Really good shot. We talked about them shooting a 3 so well.
But of note, Jan, her first made three-pointer of the season. She was 0 for 3 coming in.
Well, she might as well join the club and be another good three-point shooter.
Marian is still judicious compared to most in terms of how many times they shoot a three. They make a little more than 6 a game. Speaking of a three, a deep one taken by Heiler that does not go. And Marian looking to add to a 6-point lead, and Kirby, realizing a defender was on her hip, draws the foul against Ava Eagle. And that will lead us to our first media timeout. So Marian out to a 6-point early lead midway through the opening quarter. We're back in a moment. You're watching Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Merchants Bank is one of the nation's top performing banks. Take our fixed rate CD, for example. At 4.75% APY, it's a great way to earn a higher interest rate than you do with a traditional savings account. Merchants Bank makes it simple. What you see is what you get. A great rate. No gimmicks, no minimums, no hidden fees. Merchants Bank, one of the nation's top performing banks. Hop on over.
Tonight's game presented in part by our friends at AAA Roofing. When it rains, it pours, so trust the pros at AAA Roofing. That's who we call. Special thanks AAA Roofing for their support of Marian Athletics. Greg Rakestraw and Jan Bozier. This is your third doubleheader of the year. This is my first. I've missed you
I
on
missed
these
you.
games.
Hey, a couple guys did really good, but they're not Greg.
Well, first of all, thank you. You have to work with them, again, as the season goes along. And again, Marian out to a 10-4 lead, and you almost kind of feel, hey, Marian's off to a good start. That's how high the bar is for Marian. They're that good of a team.
The other thing about this Marian Lady Ball Club is they can go quick. Another thing that I think that they've added to their puzzle here, you'll see them at times, Greg, go a little bit not as tall, but they'll bring some more quickness in. That matches up with some other teams in the conference, something I think they kind of struggled a little bit in past years, matching up against really quick and fast teams.
Kylie McNally is in. So, again, Abby's already on the bench. Now Kylie is in. Kylie averaging 8 points and 3 rebounds a game. Zoe Wheeler, former Ben Davis Giant, in for the first time. Good takeaway here by Goshen. Step through, and scoop shot does not go. Fight for the loose ball. Picked up by Madison Bailey.
Oh, my word.
Bailey
She took
got
a shot.
knocked down by Zion Finnessy. And Bailey not showing any ill effects of that.
That's going to leave a mark.
Already a 15 foul on Goshen. So Madison Bailey will shoot 2. Bailey, not a great free throw shooter. 9 of 17, does all the little things well. Connects on that one. Bailey from Bedford North Lawrence, and yes, a distant relative of Damon.
I get asked that a lot. Is she related to Damon? Yes.
Of course, Damon's connection to this league is his son having played for St.
Francis, exactly right.
We'd see Damon here at games. Good job to leak ahead that time by Zion Finnessy.
Marian, Coach Santana, she's not going to be happy about that. You got to be ready to go back.
Wheeler gets downhill. Good looking move, couldn't finish it. So Marian in the early going.
That should be double. Missed it.
This is Foster. And stepping out of bounds that time was Heiler. And turnovers now a third for Goshen. Faust now checks in for Marian. Played her high school basketball at Triton Central. She's a redshirt junior.
Coach Anderson's already been 9 on her bench.
And frankly, that was not necessarily how this group played last year. Kind of 8 or 9 was about the extent of it.
Well, the good thing about this is you got to know practice has been competitive.
Faust lets fire. McNally gets the rebound and got fouled. And if this is a parade to the free throw line, that's not good news for Goshen.
No. When you're practicing hard because you've got good competition in practice, that does nothing but make your team better. That's something a lot of teams don't think about when you can only go 5 or 6, 7 deep, maybe 8. That probably tells you practice has a little bit of less competition in it.
And Kylie not a great free throw shooter. And if you look for a weakness in Marian, that would be it. 64% as a team from the line.
Yeah, that's last in the conference.
Kylie shooting right at 50%.
Of all the things they do so well, that is one that you hopefully just can get better as time goes on. First in field goal shooting, first in 3 points, just every category, they're way up there. I guess you deserve one to have a little bit of work on.
Foul called against the Knights. Their second.
Third in points.
So Goshen the ball, Marian lead it by 6. Goshen so far 3 of 10 from the floor. Field goal percentage mid-30s on the year. And Finney.
Yep, good call.
Steps called.
Drug that back foot, Greg. Good call by the officials.
So Abby McNally checks in. Kennedy Coleman will have a seat. Knights have already had 9 playing tonight's game. 11 on the roster for Goshen. 10 in uniform tonight.
Still just a 6-point lead. Tough pass.
But Goshen couldn't keep it in play. Eva Fisher now going to check in to make it a 10th Marian player in uniform. One of those nights where the offense hasn't clicked in yet for Marian.
I completely agree. They just really not have got into a rhythm offensively yet at all. Let's see if they can make that happen.
But they are so good defensively that it buys you time for that to be the case.
Good point. No doubt about it.
Shot clock at 4 here, Jan.
And we have seen that a few games where not a bad start, just your expectations with this team, Greg, is so high you got to be careful.
Listen, if you're giving up less than 50 a game,
you can be in a lot of games.
You can get to 60 and be just fine. That rebound by Goshen would have been a shot clock violation regardless.
I talked
for their first 12.
I talked about in the opening about just work on the details here. Stay focused.
Other thing that certainly is playing in Marian's favor is the amount of times that Goshen is handing the ball away.
Yeah, they average 18 turnovers a game. That's been a piece of their game that has not went real well.
Alicia Isom is in now, freshman from Michigan City. Bailey turns down the 15-footer.
Oh, my word. This is one of the things you got to be careful about.
Heiler for 3 and got it.
She sure did. That's a good-looking shot.
And Heiler is a 41% three-point shooter, and Coach Anderson not happy about what she has seen from her team so far. It is a full timeout, and we will take it with them. Goshen hanging around this one early. Marian leads it by 3. You're watching Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Getting an internship here has been much easier than I anticipated. My friends at bigger schools are telling me, well, I need to live, close to this city so I can work for this company. Well, I'm already close to the city. I live here.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Marian Athletics brought to you in part by Back 9. Back 9 Golf Entertainment is Indy's premier golf experience. Located in downtown Indianapolis, and they're proud to partner with Marian University. Marian students get special discounts every Wednesday. To reserve your experience, visit back9golf.com. Not the experience Marian fans are used to. That's how spoiled they have been. Again, they're top 10 in the country. They're 8-0. They're beating teams by 30-plus points a game. Tonight, Jan, just a 3-point lead. Credit Goshen what they've done so far at both ends.
Well, I like the timeout by Coach Anderson. This is a challenge in a whole different perspective. When you're playing a number 1 team, of course you got to be focused, but you're more apt to do that. Listen, these are young kids, 18, 19, 20 in those ranges, and they know who they're playing. They know what their record is, and that's one of the challenges of college basketball. You cannot allow that to affect how you play.
Both McNally's on the floor for Marian. Bailey, Faust, and Fisher round up the 10 on the floor. Fisher catch and shoot, lines
there
it
you
up
go.
and rattles it home.
She shot really well the last couple games. Like to see some more offense out of her, Greg.
Just her second made 3 of the season for Eva Fisher.
Oh, that's travel.
And Heiler, they're going to call a blocking
Oh, my.
foul. And that'll be on McNally, which will be her second. So McNally has picked up 2 quick fouls. And now potentially this becomes a little bit of a kind of learning experience for Marian, how to potentially play without your best player, as McNally now will go sit with her second foul.
But when you're playing like Marion's playing, that second foul just seems like it's part of they're just not sharp just yet. Hopefully they'll get that way. Defense is good, but they're just not overall playing sharp.
Foster going to work.
That's a good no call.
Bailey giving the benefit of the doubt on that one. Foul steps into a 3. Got
it. I like it when she's moving and shooting. Notice last game, Greg, when she's moving and shoots off the movement, she shoots really well.
And Jan, you talked about the improvement in three-point percentage noticeable for this group. They're 3 of 4 to start the game. Step back 3 misses everything from Foster. Ball out of bounds to Marian.
But teams coming in, or when you go on the road, you know what they want to do. They're going to just crowd the paint because of how good Marian shoots field goal percentage, number 1 in the conference. So that outside shot really helps open that up.
To your point, last year's Marian squad was kind of an old school throwback team. They made less than 5 threes a game. They shot 31% from three-point range. They have improved that dramatically this year. Bailey, extra pass, McNally. McNally gets fouled, and Kylie McNally will go to the line to shoot 2.
And let me add to that, the three-pointers they shoot are usually within the offense. It's just not, I'm coming down and throwing up a 3. It's usually within good ball movement. Somebody's ready to shoot the 3, and it's really within the offense, and it's really been a good shot selection.
The McNally's Coleraine Cardinals from the north side of Cincinnati.
Yeah, Coleraine.
Before making their way to Marian. And really for Kylie, it was a matter of kind of biding her time until last year when she finally got an opportunity to play.
If you hear Coleraine, you think football. They always have a good football team.
Well, the McNally's can look like they can play a little football
They
too,
probably
frankly.
could.
Good
defense.
By Faust.
Good defense.
Marian 4 of 7 from the line in the early goal. Kind of a standard effort by Marian defensively so far. Having held Goshen to 9 points. On the up and under, shot no good, and Kylie McNally the rebound. That was Kyla Smith. Transfer from Trinity Christian College. And unfortunately, closing their doors at the end of this coming season. Marian can hold for 1.
Great
never
pass.
fault somebody for taking a layup. 2 free throws coming up for fouls.
Great pass by Kylie McNally. Within the offense, somebody's moving, and she hit them in stride. Really nice pass by Kylie McNally.
Fouls to shoot 2. Crossroads League, honorable mention a season ago. And 25 starts last year, averaging 8 points a game. And she was a starter basically from day 1 and got hurt early in her freshman year. And took her until last year to kind of really recover fully and find her stride. So 4th year on campus, got a year left to play. Marian now has scored 9 straight points since that timeout and force another turnover. That is number 5 so far against Goshen. 3 seconds to go to work here for Marian. Good job by Fisher to come back for the ball. She's going to get a good look on time, but just short. Again, Marian now has stretched this out to a 12-point game after 1 quarter of basketball. We'll take this quick timeout. You're watching Marian Hoops on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you Drive your dream. Now get financing as low as 5.74% APR on a new or used vehicle. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Thanks to our friends at BSN. They are the preferred provider of apparel for Marian University Athletics. Had a chance to break bread with your local BSN salesman, Bob Kaiser, a couple of weeks ago for the Old Oaken Bucket Lunch. Greg Rakestraw, Jan Bozier with you. Last 3 minutes, Jan, is kind of what we expect this Marian basketball
I thought they got in a rhythm. I thought they moved without the ball. The shot selection was really good. People moving downhill towards the rim. All the things, when they do those things I just mentioned, Greg, they become very efficient, and the key there is they usually get good shot selection.
Marian so far this year has played just one ranked opponent. That was University of the Cumberlands in mid-November, and won that one handily. They'll pick up a couple of non-ranked or ranked non-conference foes later this month. They'll go to Rio Grande to play next Saturday. Red Storm are number 13. They'll play number 15 Rocky Mountain out in Arizona before Christmas.
I think Kylie McNally's come off the bench and played very well in this game. She needed to really come in and play solid. So far, so good for her.
Isom on the drive. Shot clock at 9. And that will be a double dribble. Again, you have this conference game, and everybody in the league also playing tonight. Same thing on Saturday, and then conference play takes a break. So we get to January the 3rd. McNally on the drive.
Great pass. Outstanding pass, Greg.
You better not miss the shot when the pass is that good.
That was an outstanding pass.
Faust hits the triple. Second made three for Olivia.
Give her the assist.
Three is good. Good answer that time for Goshen. That is Lillian Knoll, senior from Sullivan, Illinois. Averaging 7 points again. All the way down Bailey, up and in.
Great recognition. Always under control. Man, she's good. She just really has come in here and taken over that point guard.
And Goshen turns it over. And again, in small college athletics, let's go back to the pass that McNally is going to have here in a second.
Look at this.
My thought.
A wrap-around pass right in the hands, ready to shoot. Well done, both players.
But Bailey is what, especially coaches at D3 and NAI, kind of have to find. That player who maybe plays with some great players on her high school team is Bailey. Gets the dime to McNally.
Right on cue.
But they kind of gets buried in the shuffle, and then you find her she's a star. You know, Bailey played with players like Carson Norman.
She's so consistent, Greg. Just every game, you get the same performance.
Fisher keeps waiting for a teammate. I'm like, there was a path to go to the basket there. Turns it over. Marian's sixth giveaway.
Pass was a little light.
Yep. Coleman back to being the target on the low post that time. Hyler lines it up and knocks it home.
Wow.
And 41% three-point shooter. She and Isom, the two best Maple Leafs at that.
Well, they average just under 6 a game, shooting about 28%, but they've shot a little better than that here tonight, I think.
Faust, he check. Not that time. Racing out to the other end. Good defense to just kind of wall off that time, and McNally bringing to the front court of her own accord. And Abby sits with 2 fouls. Kylie goes right to the bucket, and a blocking foul called against Goshen. Grimm will check back in. Marian will go a little bit deeper into their bench as well, as Violet Shaluga will come on. Freshman from Milford, Ohio, down in the Cincinnati area.
Yeah, and she plays very physical. What I like when she comes in, she's not afraid to go at the rim. I like it a lot.
Kenna Kirby to the bench. She'll return next dead ball. Shot clock at 8. Extra pass from Bailey to Faust. And if you're going to nitpick, if you're Coach Anderson, it would be the turnover so far for Marian.
But I will say this. Yes, it's a turnover. That shouldn't happen. But at least they're moving really well with the ball. Just kind of a miscue there, unlike where you're standing and nothing's happening. A little bit different scenario.
Kirby has returned.
Good defense.
Hyler, a contested 3 that does not go. Good job by Grimm to have inside position. Foster got a hand in the passing lane, but Bailey able to track it down.
Oh, nice pass.
Grimm.
Yes, sir. What a beautiful pass by Bailey.
By the way, for Marian, assist number 7.
I like it.
As they're doubling up the Maple Leafs here midway through the second quarter.
You know how I am about a good pass. I like a good shot, but I really like a good pass.
And that will be an over and back violation once the ball is touched, as Kirby did not get a hand on it. Turnover is quickly adding up for Goshen. That's number 9 in the game. And again, frankly, that's what Marian does. Opponents are averaging 25 turnovers a game against Marian this year. And Jan, that's not Marian running much away with a full court press.
Yeah.
That's really just being really good in the half court defensively. Faust, that is a 2. She was inside the line. But Faust has proved to be instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, she has.
By 10.
She's a tough matchup. They've got her listed at 6'1". I'm not so sure she's gotten a little taller, but she is really playing well.
She's got forward height, but certainly guard skills. That Triton Central program that Brian Graham has run for years is really good. Faust on the steal, off the window, score it.
Nobody stops ball. She recognized it. Your key is if they don't stop you, you go right at the rim.
And this is kind of this Marian program right now. All of a sudden, Jan, it's a 19-point game in the second quarter.
Yeah, you kind of feel like they're in rhythm now. It seemed like it took a little bit longer to get going, but once they kind of got the rhythm going, this team is playing pretty well.
Foster on the dish. Luque Morales could not finish. Pocket picked. Kirby on the diving effort.
Great hustle by Kirby.
Bailey. Kirby will slow it down for Marian.
Good decision. That talks about the details. Play smart basketball. Beautiful inbounds pass.
Grimm, though, couldn't save it.
Yep.
Only problem for Grimm is her natural advantage as a lefty is when she's on that opposite block.
Good point. Your natural movement's over on the other side. You're right.
Timeout for the media. Timeout. So with us, we'll step aside. 19-point lead for Marian midway through quarter number 2. You're watching Marian basketball at ISC.
This story is mad good.
Ice Spice?
Who's that?
It's my ex, lemon lime soda.
This is intense.
But I love you.
Ah, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Hey, grab me one too.
Jan, are you coming to Hokies and Ops next Tuesday or the Tuesday after? Which one are you going to show up?
Listen, doesn't matter to me. I have got to make an appearance. I know that.
Because we did Query and Schultz today because of the Monday snow.
Yeah, I couldn't get there today.
Derek Schultz is on vacation. I got to actually eat on the show today filling in for Derek. They have this thing called the very best dog.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
You're calling it, huh? You like it?
Order it early and often.
Okay.
Whatever you get on the menu will be great. And if you bring your Marian ID, you bring your Marian game ticket, you get a 15% discount. It is minutes from campus, 42nd and Boulevard. HokiesandOps.com always has more.
Knights need to finish strong here, Greg. With 4:46, the back end here of the first half, you want to finish strong with momentum going into halftime.
Egoff a bubble. And McNally sits with 2 fouls for Marian. Hyler's shot was blocked. Good job on the block out draw that time by Marian. It was the freshman in Shaluga that able to corral the rebound. Almost a turnover. Zoe Wheeler back in there now. Played for Stan Benj at Ben Davis. So our high school team got a nice win a couple of weeks ago against Plainfield. Shot clock at 5. Wheeler had it knocked away. Getting a post position lane, turn, and Grimm is there, but team that Goshen did touch it last. I'm just going to mention that Marian's got a little deep into their bench. Aubrey Frank is in the game.
And I think she's played pretty well, too. She's gotten some decent minutes.
Well, as a freshman, you're not sure if you're going to crack this rotation.
Yeah, that's...
But again, the score has been to the point where she's played pretty much every game. That'll be a jump ball. The arrow will keep it here. And Kylie McNally will come back in.
Checking in for the Knights is number 12, Kylie McNally. Number 33, Knights basketball.
Frank will trigger the inbounds pass. She's averaging 11 minutes a game. 5 points in a rebounding contest for the former Washington Hatchet.
The Hatchets.
You and I have the
We like
pleasure
Washington, don't we, Greg?
going to Hatchet Hollow
yes, we
every
do.
year.
Love it down there.
And say nice things because Mom and Dad are sitting right below us. That will be a foul against Shaluga.
I'll say a lot of nice things.
And a turnover against Marian.
Great people. We have a ton of fun going down there.
And their record's 3-0 when we've shown up. This by far was the best game.
Yes, it was.
We had down there.
Just a great, great atmosphere. They're good people.
Mom and Dad are just to the right as we were having that conversation. 34-19. Taken away by Marian. Well, Marian's been a little gracious with the ball. How about that pass in the open court?
Hey, it was a great pass. It's a phenomenal pass, but how about the catch and layup by McNally? She's played really well. I'm really happy for her this first half. Take a look. Just a beautiful pass, but you got to turn quickly, left side, lays it in.
A dime exquisite from Kenna Kirby. Addison Bailey already has 4 assists for Marian. 9 assists on 13 field goals, and the Knights now 13 of 23 from the floor. Little zone look here by Goshen. And frankly, Marian saw a lot of this last year because they weren't a great three-point shooting team. A little better suited to deal with that this season. Shot clock at 8. Kirby, runner, no. Good switch of defense there by Goshen, but McNally read the play perfectly. Runs into Luque Morales and just kind of stopped moving. Wheeler slings it up from 3.
Wheeler wanted that one. She struggled just a little bit in this first half, but she always gives energy, and she's a really good shooter, too.
Hyler fires. That does not go. And rebound corralled by Kylie McNally.
And Kylie's really did a good job with her sister on the bench of really blocking out and getting some solid rebounds.
By the way, this is a 27-6 run for Marian over the last 10 minutes. Wheeler again.
Why not?
Well,
get her the ball.
She is 9 of 15.
Why not?
From three-point range this season.
Know who's hot? Get him the ball.
McNally playing free safety on that. She'll lead the break. She'll go all the way down and into the basket support, no problem. Knoll slides into the cheerleaders. Everybody's all right. McNally will shoot 2.
Kylie's got at least 3 steals here in the first half.
Checking in for the Maple Leafs, it's number 1, Alicia Exum. The Knights, Kylie McNally will be at the line for 2 shots.
McNally 2 of 4 from the line so far. And connects on that one. This is what Marian has done to virtually everybody this year. And that's why the bar of expectations is so high for them.
Yes, sir.
Little full court pickup here.
Don't foul here, just good pressure defense, Greg. Cause a turnover. There it is.
Kirby does exactly that. McNally goes up.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Man, that is 2 dimes in 1 half, baby. I love that. She's brought her A game. Good for her.
Lead grows to 31 now for Marian here at before the halftime. This is with your best player playing all of 5 minutes with picking up 2 fouls.
That may be the most interesting statistic right there.
The ultimate example of just how much this group has grown. 3 does not go for Goshen. Luque Morales does a good job of keeping the ball alive.
Good pass.
Has a good pass of her own that Heiler catches it on.
Got to talk there.
That's Heiler's first attempt from inside the arc. He's got 8 to lead Goshen. Knight's going to hold for 1 here, but you're never turning down a layup. Give Frank the assist.
Yeah, Frank with a beautiful bounce pass. The key right there was bounce pass.
And clock is on your screen. Kirby. Isom fires and misses, and that is the end of the second quarter. Took Marian a while to get the engine revved up. It's at full song now. At halftime, our score: Marian 48 and Goshen 17. Certainly appears the Knights are on their way to a 21st consecutive win against the Maple Leafs. Halftime coverage comes your way next. You're watching Marian women's basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
To see the success that we've had around here has been very, very rewarding for me. My name is Steve Downing. I'm athletic director. We've been able to build buildings. We've been able to put up video boards. We've been able to build locker rooms, dining halls here. And I think a lot of that speaks to the M Club itself. You know, people are really excited about what we're doing here. We haven't had to sacrifice anything for our athletes, okay, in terms of clothing them, feeding them, or traveling them to events. And we've done it in a first-class way, and I'm really excited about what that means for the M Club itself.
Some say you have to choose between reaching for Mars or harnessing more energy from a star. Going faster than the speed of sound versus bringing clean water from out of the ground. We say, why not both? The choice then is Marian University's Whitaker School of Engineering. Discover success with purpose. Learn more at marian.edu/engineering.
There's something that may surprise you about Marian University. It's not our Catholic faith or our Franciscan values. It's not our 5,000 students or our diversity. It's not Marian's championship athletics or our Indianapolis location. It's that Marian is home to Indiana's only college of osteopathic medicine. Marian, Indy's Catholic University.
The Marian Knights dance team having no problem getting into the festive spirit of the holidays. Easy to be festive when your team is up by 31. Marian 48 and Goshen 17. Here on the ISC Sports Network, Greg Rakestraw, Jan Bozier. Marian finishes the half on a 20-2 run, and Jan, they ended up forcing 16 Goshen turnovers in half number 1. And again, by Marian standards, we didn't think they played all that great the first 7 or 8 minutes, and they lead by 31 points.
Yeah, but you know when they're playing great and when the pressure starts to kick in, they feed their defense to their offense. That's their rhythm. When all that kind of happens, you know that's when they're at their best.
Every stat is tilted in Marian's favor. Marian shot 59% from the floor, Goshen 28. Marian shoots 6 of 9 from three-point range, Goshen 3 of 11. Marian won the rebounding battle 21-10. 8 of 11 free throws. Goshen on attempt 1 in the first half. 13 assists on 17 buckets for the Knights. Again, Knights had 10 turnovers. That's the one area, okay, that you'd like to see cleaned up. Very balanced effort for Marian. Faust had a dozen. Kylie McNally had 10. And again, of all of this outstanding play, especially the last 12, 13 minutes or so, Kylie McNally was not a part of it. She had 2 quick fouls. She sat at the last 13 minutes of this first half.
Well, that's not exciting. The fact that you can produce what you did is exciting. You know, and I think that Coach Anderson understands when you're playing this many people, at times you'll probably increase your turnovers just a little bit because you're playing so many people. But she'll tolerate that to a degree. But I love the environment that she's created here. She set a standard for how she wants this team to play. And if you don't do that, she's got 2 other people that want your position. So that's during the game. We talked about in practice how the competition has to be. And all that is really starting to prepare this team for the highest level.
Again, Marian is currently in a 3-way tie for the top spot in the Crossroads League. St. Francis 2-0, Taylor 2-0. All 3 of those teams are unbeaten for the season as well. Again, Marian won't see either of those 2 teams until we get to the second half of conference play in the month of January. With that, we'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with first half highlights and complete scoring. Let's look forward to the men's contest that will follow this one. At the break, it is all Marian. Knights 48 and Maple Leaf 17 as you're watching Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
When you have back or neck pain, you'll try anything for relief. Anything.
Honey?
Honey, it was mustard seed.
For real options, get your back in front of the spine experts at Ortho Indy. Ortho Indy Spine. This is your way back.
Merchants Bank is one of the nation's top performing banks. Take our fixed rate CD, for example. At 4.75% APY, it's a great way to earn a higher interest rate than you do with a traditional savings account. Merchants Bank makes it simple. What you see is what you get. A great rate. No gimmicks, no minimums, no hidden fees. Merchants Bank, one of the nation's top performing banks. Hop on over.
We jumped in immediately. We take a intro to engineering course.
And they sit there and tell you, we're not going to push you through every single prereq your first 2 years. We're going to let you get hands-on work with engineering right away because 2 years of a prereq, that's boring.
There's companies always asking for students with shop experience. And the dean will email me and say, hey, they're looking for a guy just like you, which is awesome that the dean knows who a guy like me is.
Appreciate you being with us on this Wednesday night. Greg Rakestraw, Jan Bozier with you on the ISC Sports Network. Tonight's game is brought to us in part by Masters Heating and Cooling. When the action heats up, trust Masters Heating and Cooling in Indianapolis to keep your home cool, or in this case, warm things up. MastersIndy.com has more information. I'm sure those guys are watching. No, they're not. They're studying right now at halftime. So they get back to focusing coming up in half number 2 on the game. Let's show you how we got here. A quick look at our first half highlights as they fly by individual numbers from the first half. For Marian, Olivia Faust with 12. Kylie McNally, 10. 6 for Zoe Wheeler. 5 for Abby McNally. 4 for Emily Grimm. 3 for Eva Fisher. Madison Bailey. Kennedy Coleman. 2 for Kenna Kirby. Aubrey Frank. Toria Shaluga. Taylor double played, but did not score. For Goshen, their points have come from 4 players. Hyler with 8, Finney with 4, Knoll with 3, Morales with 2. In terms of fouls, again, McNally has 2. Marian as a team has committed just 4 fouls so far. For Goshen, Egolf, Morales, and Finney, each with 2 fouls apiece. Goshen has played 8. Marian has played 12. Again, every metric, every stat points the way of Marian, as does the scoreboard. If you're Santana Anderson, Jan, what do you want to see in half number 2?
Well, I think she's going to reference the start. Girls, don't do that to start the second half. Let's continue where we left off is what she wants. This is all a game, I talked about this earlier, of attention to detail. Once they got in rhythm, they were fine. Just can't say enough good things. Of all the years that I've seen Kylie McNally play, to me that was the best first half I've seen her play from start to finish. Points, rebounds, steals, assists, all those things she did very, very well.
All right, so all other games are in progress tonight. Taylor is leading at Bethel, 65-50. Again, Taylor is unbeaten in the league, so that would continue that. St. Francis is also ranked in the top 10 of the nation, also unbeaten. Indiana Wesleyan is really good, but they're also young. They graduated a remarkably good class last season. Indiana Wesleyan is leading St. Francis 56-44. That game is into the second half. Spring Arbor leading big at Mount Vernon Nazarene. By the way, that's who Marian plays on Saturday. Spring Arbor leads that game 45-17. Huntington leads at Grace 45-32. Again, tonight is just the third kind of match day, to use the soccer term, window of competition. St. Francis, Marian, Taylor 2-0. Bethel, Spring Arbor, Huntington, Indiana Wesleyan 1-1. Grace, Mount Vernon, Naz, and Goshen all 0-2 so far in league play. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with third quarter action from Marian University. Our score at the break, Marian 48 and Goshen 17. We're back in just a moment as you're watching Marian basketball on the ISC Sports Network.
Merchants Bank is one of the nation's top performing banks. Take our fixed rate CD, for example. At 4.75% APY, it's a great way to earn a higher interest rate than you do with a traditional savings account. Merchants Bank makes it simple. What you see is what you get. A great rate. No gimmicks, no minimums, no hidden fees. Merchants Bank, one of the nation's top performing banks. Hop on over.
Getting an internship here has been much easier than I anticipated. My friends at bigger schools are telling me, well, I need to live, close to this city so I can work for this company. Well, I'm already close to the city. I live here.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you. Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
This is Paul. He loves running, music, and DIY home project. Home equity line of credit from Indiana Members Credit Union. They connected him with a loan officer, got him approved at a great low rate, and made it easy for him to make his monthly payment from anywhere thanks to IMCU's digital banking. Looks like Paul can do it all with a little help from IMCU.
Marian control the women's game as expected, leading Goshen 48-17. We frankly expect the men's game to be much more competitive now. We mentioned the fact that Marian women have beaten Goshen 20 consecutive times. The Marian men have won 18 consecutive against Goshen. But the Marian men have really been struggling. They are 1-8. Their one win is in league play against Spring Arbor, so the Knights come in at 1-1 in league play. Goshen is 4-5, but they have not been competitive in their 2 league games. They also have what is now a 45-game losing streak in Crossroads League competition. So, Jan, as you and I have said, you never want to be the answer to the trivia question. That is the motivation for Pat Knight, Todd Howard, and company this evening. What are you looking forward to in terms of our second game tonight?
Well, I think Coach Knight's looking for, listen, let's start where we left off against Spring Arbor. They played by far the best game so far of that year, got the win in a tight one, but the key was they got really good offense from Rutland and Humphreys. Those two guys are really starting to get comfortable and confident and taking over the offense. You look at down the stats for the Marian men, not really that bad offensively. Where they've really struggled, Greg, is giving up a lot of points and getting beat on the boards. Those two pieces have got to get a little better, and they did against Spring Arbor.
You know, Marian struggled last year, only won 5 league games in terms of men's play, but they were so young that was expected. So much of that core came back, and other pieces were added on. That's why this 1-8 start for the Marian men is such a surprise to this point.
Yeah, and of course they've been without their leading scorer. We don't know whether he'll be back or not, and that's a big piece. But I will say this, the games I've had, and I've had the men 3 times now, they're playing really hard. Pat really requires that, and I love that piece of it. But he's trying to get the chemistry, the confidence, but he's got to get the defense where they can get stops because they're giving up 80-plus points a game, and that's hard to win when you do that.
That's the men's game that is slated for a 7:30 start time. Always subject to being a few minutes late, depending how this one concludes. Coach Anderson's squad at Mount Vernon Nazarene, then at Rio Red Storm. That'll be a good challenge. Rio, a team that has played here in the past in terms of NAIA postseason competition. Fact for Marian, this is their last home game on the women's side until December the 30th. They take on Ohio Christian. That first game back in league play is shaping up to be a great one. They take on an undefeated Taylor squad on January the 3rd, exactly a month from now. But back to the business at hand. Abby McNally back on the floor. Starting 5 back together here for Marian.
You know, Greg, and there's a little stretch there. That's probably not a bad thing. Give the legs a little chance to rest because down the stretch you're going to play the conference. It's going to be a tough deal, and you're going to use and need a lot of energy.
At this level, there is always a bit more of a break in and around Christmas time than, say, you see at the Division I level. There's a 2-week gap in between games around the Christmas holiday.
Let's see if the Knights can continue where they left off, Greg. Moving the ball, really getting good shots.
McNally on the run. Shot does not go. And steps called. Goshen's lone win came against Viterbo earlier this year. I know Jan was wondering that's located in Wisconsin.
I was.
Members of the Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference.
I continue to be educated even at my older age in some of these college locations, Greg. But you have kept me well informed.
McNally again, setting up a drop step with the left hand, left and short, but every shot is a chance to get a rebound for Abby, who puts it up and in.
I'm sure she's a little frustrated from the perspective of not really getting much in the groove in that first half. I'm looking for her to have a solid second half here.
Listen, you're going to have a bad night. Do it on a night where your team is leading by 33.
You're not going to do that. Let me tell you, there's some things you might do, but pulling that ball away from her is not going to be one of them.
First team All-American last year was Abby. Second team All-American the year before. Double. Clearly, you're going to see McNally get a post touch every time down. And that time the C just parts and she goes reverse layup.
Under control, really hard to the bucket. Good move.
McNally is a party of one when it comes to some Marian records as I bring it up as she ollies the ball.
Hit the toe of her shoe when it came down. One of those unfortunate things.
She is the lone player in program history to have more than 1,500 points and 1,000 career rebounds. In fact, that is the case for a men's or a women's player at Marian University.
That is an impressive stat.
She did that in 3 years.
That's even more impressive.
Already the Marian career leader in boards with 25-ish games to play. Shot clock at 6. Ball's got to go up in time and doesn't get the roll. So Marian out to a 4-0 start here to begin quarter number 3. And frankly, Jan and I set our watch to being here in mid-March with the idea of Marian hosting an NAI regional, as they have done in a lot of sports.
Yep. Well, the potential is certainly there, no doubt about that. A lot of games to be played. The key is to get better every game.
Long shot does not go. Luque Morales with the rebound for Goshen. This is Foster. Foster, one of the 2 seniors on the roster. Lillian Knoll is the other, has the ball in her hands right now. Foster from Canton, Ohio. Played at McKinley High School. Step through, and Marian in legal guarding position, just a turnover against the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, you've mentioned it, Greg, multiple times already through this broadcast, but the absolute staggering stat is 48.8 points per game defensively. The Knights been holding their opponents so far.
Here comes the back pressure by Goshen. And Coleman trying to get a McNally. Nice basket cut by Coleman. Jump ball, and we're committed by Marian, their 11th. That is their first of the half. Well, you know, holding a team to the 40s seems on a regular basis seems like something that was done in the 40s, given how the game is played these days.
You know, and we've seen a lot of good lady basketball here at Marian through the years, and that's
Heiler with a wing 3. So Heiler again has 11, first points of the half for Goshen. Former Scottsburg Warriorette. McNally steps through and scores.
Up and in, beautiful move.
McNally making up for lost time.
Yep, quickly up to double digits offensively.
And we'll go in the opposite direction.
Checking in for the Maple Leafs, number 3, Zion Finney, number 2, Lillian Knoll.
It's a 34-point lead for Marian. On their way to a 9-0 start and 3-0 in league play. Bailey gets downhill and powers her way up and in.
Yep, off the dribble. That's one of her signature moves. A little hesitation dribble, and then protects the ball with her body. Really nice move.
And again, as you would expect, she has been much more about her own offensive game as a sophomore than she was a freshman. Runner by Foster does not go, and McNally's hands are like a vice. Once she touches it, she's not letting go.
I go, that's one person you are not taking the ball from.
Coleman gets the bucket. This Marian team last year went 27-8, went 15-3 in league play. You reference that regional. This is the 6th year in which we've had this format of the tournament, with the reunification of Divisions 1 and Division 2. 3 in the corner is good by Zion Finney. Goshen now has made 10 field goals in the game. They're making 9. 5 of them have been from three-point range. Marian has hosted that regional every year since we went to the Seoul division of NAI basketball. Marian's 2 national championships. Both came at the Division II level. Foster pops and fires and scores. Her first bucket of the game. In the half, Goshen now 3 of 4 from three-point range. Bailey lines one up.
There you go.
Bailey's first 3 of the game. She's got 8. Bailey, part of a state championship team at Bedford North Lawrence, and her playing days as a star. Finnezy's runner does not go.
Well, you know, she doesn't shoot the 3 a lot, Greg, but she shoots 54% behind the arc.
Reverse layup is good. That's Taylor Double, her first bucket of the game. Marian has played 12, 10 have scored. And Marian has a line change awaiting. 63-26. By the way, Jan McNally's played 11 minutes. She has 9 rebounds, which is seemingly about what the norm is for her. Shot clock at 6. Foster drives baseline. Her reverse layup does not go. Coleman, good job to tip that to a teammate. Kirby fires, misses. Good job by Coleman to stay engaged. And again, when in doubt, just throw it up. McNally will go get it, right? Missed the first one, scores the second one. You could say Marian's best offense is just get it on the rim to let McNally
get it up there.
And we'll have ourselves a media timeout. Marian leads it by 39 with 2:34 to play in the third quarter. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
This story is mad good.
Ice Spice?
Who's that?
It's my ex lemon lime soda.
This is intense.
But I love you.
Aw, buddy, it'll be okay.
Or not.
Hey, grab me one too.
Thanks to our friends at Michaelis from Ground Up Building Projects. So around-the-clock emergency security services. No one answers your prayers. The phone's quicker than our friends at Michaelis. Call 1-844-FIX-ANDY. Nothing to fix about this performance for Marian. Again, we grade them in a difficult fashion because the bar of expectations is that high. Bit of a sluggish first 7 or 8 minutes, and Jan, they lead by 39 points.
Yeah, I really feel like their focus to start this half has been much better than it was in half number 1, playing a lot of players. That's solid. Execution's been prime. Very few second opportunities for Goshen today, and that's really been a staple of this Marian Knight Ball Club.
Most points that any team has scored on Marian this year, 60. That was Bethel in the last conference game.
Yeah, their defense, I think you say it better than anybody. Defense travels. It just does. And you start with that, and that's what they've really based this team and this year on is their defensive ability. If they can do that, they can do some special things.
Heiler off the spot, blocked by Kirby. McNally, as in Kylie in the game, misses. Coleman, the rebound, misses.
Another great pass.
And eventually Finnezy out of there with it.
Didn't finish, but good pass.
Finnezy's shot off the window does not go. Faust knocked to the ground, and 8 minutes and 4 seconds in to the quarter. We have our first foul called, which is why we have another media timeout coming here. We'll step aside. Back in a matter of moments. You're watching Marian Hoops on ISC.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
Thanks to our friends at Miller Transportation, the official transportation sponsor of Marian Athletics. Thanks to our great ISC Sports Network crew, Alex Laverne, Jason Porter, Dennis Glover, the Kyle Donlin, and Jordan Shue. As always, spiritual guidance provided by Mitch Huppert this evening as well. Greg Rakestraw and Jan Bozier with you on the ISC Sports Network. Our next Marian broadcast will be in the month of January. Again, you kind of hit that lull where take a break for finals, you go on the road, try to get to warmer climates. A lot of those right now, considering how it's feeling outside.
It's in the other direction for a lot of teams are going to play, I can tell you that.
This is where I go to the handy-dandy ISC Sports Network calendar to tell you the next time we have Marian Hoops will be a doubleheader against St. Francis on Saturday the 10th of January. And again, St. Francis is really good this year too. Yeah, it's been Marian, Indiana Wesleyan, St. Francis, and Taylor in that mix this year. Frank got some run in the first half and have a chance to shoot some free throws.
Yeah.
A chance to say briefly hello to her dad, Kevin, before the game.
One of the things I like, she's really comfortable with the jump shot if it's there. She recognizes so well what to do. A good dribble drive to the bucket there.
Played for an outstanding high school coach in Gretchen Miles at Washington. Aubrey on the season came in 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Now 11 of 12 Marian players have scored. Driving the shot does not go. And player down behind the plate for Goshen. Faust misses. Fight for the loose ball, and since Marian was in a not advantageous position, we will stop the game because, again, player down for Goshen, grabbing a left knee, which is the absolute last thing you want to see here.
No doubt about that. Did not really see what happened.
I'm hoping she just kind of banged her knee on the floor, and that was the issue that we're dealing with. The injured player is Kyla Smith. Kyla averaging 2 points and a rebound a game. Junior from Waukegan, Illinois, which is the far northern suburbs.
Well, the rule on that is if the team has the ball, is in a breakaway scenario, and the injured player is not in any danger, you let it go until you can make a clean stop. And a lot of people never understand that rule. The expectation is you want to stop it. Now, if the player is in a dangerous scenario, the referee can stop it immediately.
And again, that's why it was handled perfectly.
Yeah.
Marian attacked the basket. Once the ball was recycled back to the top of the key,
then you stop the ball.
And that's where you stop the play at that point.
They called it perfectly, but the fans don't see it all that often and don't understand the rule. And you start getting a lot of, why don't you stop? And that's because that's the rule. As long as they're not in any danger or immediate danger, you let the play go until it's not towards the bucket.
Mention the fact earlier that Kyla played at Trinity Christian College in Palos Heights, Illinois. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last year at Trinity Christian. They're one of a couple of NAIA-level teams in the Midwest that have said this is going to be their last year of competing. Siena Heights is the other one up in Michigan that this will be it for them. Siena Heights is a conference foe in football for Marian.
So Greg, she's up. Hopefully she was able to put a little weight on it. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but I can tell you this, a lot of games, a lot of contact, a lot of bumping, all those types of things are a part of this game, especially, I mean, even in basketball. And it's hopefully everything turns out all right for the young lady.
Again, I think she just took a hard fall.
Yeah.
Landed right on that knee on the floor, and there's not much cushion there. Fisher throws it away, trying to get it inbounds. Egoff on the steal.
Now, Marian did not move real well on that inbounds play. That was not the inbounds pass. That was not her fault because they had not very much movement at all to get open.
Timeout given to Goshen just to maintain the possession. This 30-second timeout is brought to us by our friends at Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, proud partner of the Marian University Knights. So Marian to run their record to 9-0. to start the season, make it 21 consecutive wins against Goshen. As far as Goshen is concerned, they're going to drop to 1-9. And it does not get easier. They have to go to Taylor on Saturday. And they have a break for finals. Just 3 games remain in the month of December for Goshen.
I can remember going up to Goshen around the January time frame, and they're up there where they get a lot of snow, and I mean there was seriously 18 inches of snow on the ground. It was one of the coldest nights ever.
Egoff, the runner, does not go, and Frank, the rebound. Faust didn't let it fly immediately, and Marian's been great about getting post touches first. Now the inside out kick to Fisher for 3.
Really good pass.
Marian now 8 of 13.
Kylie again.
Marian with 17 assists on 26 field goals. McNally has 4 of those. Abby barely played in the first half. She has a double-double in 12 minutes. 13 points and 10 rebounds. Isom, runner got it.
So production per minute played for the math genius is pretty good, right?
The McNally kids are doing all right tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Kylie's got 10.6 boards, 4 assists in 13 minutes. Marian will hold for 1 shot here. Foul's going to go to work.
That may be offensive, yeah.
Yep, level the off arm.
Yeah, she lowered the shoulder, not too bad, but then got some separation with that arm extended. That's going to get you. That's a good call by the official.
First foul of the quarter against Marian. McNally pokes it away, and that will end the quarter. Knights in control of this one as expected. It's a 42-point game going to quarter number 4. You're watching Marian basketball on ISC.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
Knights in control of this one. That is an understatement. Also done a good job of spreading out the minutes. Again, as you said, they have been so dominant to start the year. No player has averaged more than 25 minutes a game so far this season. Coleman has played 22. Bailey has played 22. Kirby has played 21. Not much more is required at this stage.
Well, when you can do that, Greg, and first of all, not lose a lot by all the rotation, that's solid. Long term, save the legs, that's a good thing. Or there's a whole lot of good by the amount of players that are getting good playing time. They're all productive. They're doing the right things, and it's really setting them up for the long haul. It really is, because starting in January, it's a grind. It's a real big grind, and hopefully they'll be as fresh as you can possibly have a team be.
Frank swings it baseline to Faust for 3. Frank thought she had an assist the entire time.
She called for the assist, didn't she?
It was a good-looking pass.
That was fun.
Marian currently second in the nation in terms of points allowed per game.
That's not surprising.
Egoff. Heiler got bumped.
Got her. Yep. Sure did.
Carrie Heiler will shoot 2. Jan, you always applaud my knowledge of where schools are.
Yes, sir. I do.
The school that has that has allowed fewer points on a per-game basis is Benedictine Mesa. I know where Benedictine is. Benedictine's in Chicagoland area. Now I got to find out where the Mesa campus of Benedictine is located.
Greg, you are the equivalent of phone a friend to me. If I need an answer, I don't call you, but I'll text you because you're usually calling something.
Heiler gets them both to go. That'll be my Between Games project, is doing a little research.
And what you don't know, Greg, is sometimes I give you credit, but sometimes I forget, so I get to answer questions a lot by your assist.
McNally got fouled on the way up. And McNally will shoot two. Knights 10 of 13 from the free throw line. McNally 4 of 6. Make it 5 of 7.
Shooting free throws really well.
She's working on improving that as we speak. In the men's game, in the vicinity of 7:30 tonight.
That's going to be an important factor for the Knights, is that free throw shooting. If they can bring it up, and I think they can, they're at 64 right now. If they can get that up around 70, Greg, that's another piece of the puzzle that they need to improve on.
Well, some updates. 2 games have already gone final elsewhere in the league. Taylor wins at Bethel, 77-63. Trojans stay unbeaten. Good inside out. Faust turns down the 3. She got fouled and have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
How about a power shot? Literally had somebody hanging on her left arm. Still was able to put it in.
Faust had 12 at halftime. That's her first points since that time.
Take a look at this. Under control, still able to guide it in.
Other game that catches your attention is Indiana Wesleyan thumped St. Francis tonight.
Wow.
81-59 up at Lucky Arena. So St. Francis loses for the first time this year. And through 2 swings through or 3 of conference play, there's only 2 unbeaten teams, Marian and Taylor. Egoff's 3 misses badly, but off the hands of Fisher. Other 2 games that are taking place as we speak. Spring Arbor all over Mount Vernon Naz. 65-34 with 7:31 to play. Huntington in similar fashion leading Grace 74-47 with 9:01 to play. Faust will check out as Zoe Wheeler.
Thought Faust really played well that period of time she was in there. Really played well. Moved well without the ball. She's a solid shooter. Does all the intangible things so well.
Egoff is fouled. Sophomore from Tippecanoe Valley High School will go to the line and shoot 2. A reference for Goshen. They've got a couple of non-conference games over the holiday break. They'll play host to IU Kokomo on December the 18th. And they'll make a short trip to go play at Holy Cross on December 30th. And league games on Saturday. Then the league takes a 4-week break for finals and the holidays. Egoff. It's the high arcing bounce. All subs on the floor for Marian. In 12 players uniform, they all played in the first half. That's been the norm for this group. Fisher lines it up. Fisher had made 1 3 this season. She's made 3 in this game. And an offensive foul on Egoff.
That's a really good call by the underneath official. Let me tell you something. A lot of people think being an official in a game like this is easy. It's not. You have to stay focused, number one. You've got to be focused all the time. It's easy when there's kind of a blowout. And I think these officials have called a really good game considering kind of the lopsided score a little bit.
Justin Jackson, Carol Smith, and Matt Arnold are crew for tonight's contest.
Solid job, guys.
Grimm is the option low block. And again, loves that left side. Good pass, Frank. Knocks it down.
She wanted it. Feet were planted. Good for her. Nice shot.
Aubrey came in 6 of 17 from three-point range in the season. It's her first field goal attempted tonight.
Greg, they're not doing anything to hurt the three-point percentage, are they?
No, they're helping, that's for sure. Fourth foul called against the Knights in the quarter. No, Marian is now 10 of 16.
That's solid.
Came in on the season, 41%. Now again, they do not shoot it nearly as much as most teams do.
But I don't think they have to.
No.
And if the fact is when they do shoot them, they can make them count. That is so big for this offense with all the attention that's going to be given, especially, Greg, in the conference, in the paint. That can be, especially on the road, if you can get a decent percentage, that can be huge.
Egoff's runner is good. Egoff, her second make in 8 tries. Frank will fire from 16.
Fell away from her shot just a little bit.
And for Goshen, their lone win came back on November the 1st. They're going to lose, unfortunately, a 7th consecutive game. Steele, Shaluga on the drive, scoop and score, and all 12 Knights.
She had her head towards the rim, and she was going to put that in.
All 12 Knights now have scored. Egoff fires and misses. And Wheeler with the rebound. Shaluga's teammates wanted her to fire. She backs her way down for a bucket. Fisher couldn't hang on to it.
Not a bad shot. Just didn't quite go in.
Our men's game probably going to be just slightly delayed tonight. Probably closer to 7:35, 7:40. First, we have changed to all doubleheaders, and that's a great thing.
I absolutely love it. I was thinking that a while ago. The one thing I really like is now the doubleheaders. Absolutely love it.
Used to be men's games on Tuesday, then women's games on Wednesday. Clean block for Goshen. Love the sportsmanship. As Vivian McSpadden.
How long have we been doing that? 3 years?
In that neighborhood.
I know at least 2 or 3.
Used to be that if you were home Tuesday, you were on the road Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then you'd be opposite each other on Saturday. Grimm off the window,
score
good
it. Shot. Little left hand.
Grimm was 3 for 3 from the floor in tonight's game. And Emily, a sophomore from Ohio. From Centerville in the Dayton area. And double dribble is called. For Goshen, that is turnover number 24, which again, folks, that is about what Marian averages forces on a per-game basis. Well, to be blunt, those 2 games in mid-December against ranked foes going to be good for this Marian team.
Yeah.
And Rio on December 13th, and that is a true road game as Frank lays that up and in.
Frank on the left side, well done again.
Marian will head out to blocking foul is called on Frank, which will be the 4th foul against Marian. No free throws there. Marian goes out to Glendale, Arizona, which you might recognize as where the Arizona Cardinals play their games. They'll take on Rocky Mountain of Montana out there in a neutral site game. They'll play at Arizona Christian the next day. And that is kind of the norm for a lot of teams in this area to go to Florida or go out west for 2 games in December as a bit of a Christmas getaway. Shot clock at 7. McSpadden shot blocked. Grimm just enveloped that one. McSpadden played at Merrillville High School. Frank did not get enough on that one. And last touch by Marian.
Well, obviously you like to go where it's warm. That's number one. But with a lot of the reasons college do that, because you get down deep in the tournament, you're going to spend some time on the road. So there is a certain amount of getting used to that type of environment. A lot of travel and focus and being ready to go.
Of course, the national level of the tournament for NAIA women is in Sioux City, Iowa.
Yeah.
As that shot is good by Egoff. The men head to Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City Of course, that is a very historic venue in terms of the NAIA and, frankly, of the NCAA back in the 50s and 60s as well, in the heart of downtown Kansas City. Grimm fires a three, and she's 4 of 4 from the floor. And Grimm is a perfect 3 of 3 on three-point shots this season.
That's amazing.
Marian now 11 of 17 from three-point range. They were 6 of 9 in the first half and 5 of 8 in the second half. Frank the rebound. And maybe the only question left at this point is Aubrey left it short. Will the Knights hang 100 in this one? Egoff on the drive, score it. Marian put up 105 against IU Northwest in the game on November the 8th. They came in averaging 82 a contest. Tana Anderson telling Zoe Wheeler, hey, move the ball.
Yep.
Run your continuity offense. Starters have been on the bench for the entirety of the quarter. Frank's step back three does not go. And that will lead us to our final media timeout. 3:34 to play. Knights lead by 52. You're watching on ISC.
When you have back or neck pain, you'll try anything for relief. Anything.
Honey?
Honey, it was mustard seed.
For real options, get your back in front of the spine experts at Ortho Indy. Ortho Indy Spine. This is your way back.
Tonight's game presented in part by Speedway Subaru. From our team to yours, good luck tonight from Speedway Subaru. At Speedway Subaru, you'll find the largest Subaru inventory around, all backed by our Speedway Cares lifetime powertrain warranty. Absolutely free. Speedway Subaru, family-owned, Indy proud, and here in Eunice. Visit on West 16th Street or shop at SpeedwaySubaru.com today. I am the proud owner of a vehicle from Speedway Subaru in Jan. I'm about to hit 160,000 miles.
Hey, you're just warming up.
Vehicle. I'm halfway home, I think, at this point.
Well, the key in a game like this, Greg, is come out. We started this broadcast by talking about really look at the details, really get involved and do the things you need to do. Coaches say, go get your work in and take care of business. And I think, for the most part, I think everybody's going to be pretty pleased. You want to get out here with nobody hurt and a victory. And I think those attention to details have taken care of themselves.
And again, no player has played more than 22 minutes in tonight's game. Every player from Marian has played at least double-digit minutes in tonight's game. Beat goes on for the Knights. Three. As in not the level of shot, but number of the shooter in Finney. Wheeler couldn't track that one down. The wins for Marian this year, 44-23, 58, 46, 33, 13, 20, 33, and it is a 52-point game with 3:14 to play.
Well, and we've talked about this throughout the whole game. It all starts with their defense. They can be a little sluggish at times. It will happen offensively, but their defense has just continued to be rock solid.
Shot blocked. Foul is called. And last poll came out last Wednesday, and usually it's every other week that the polls come out. Marian number 5, St. Francis number 6, Indiana Wesleyan number 19. Number 19 Indiana Wesleyan beat number 6 St. Francis tonight. As the shot is good for Zion Finney. Huntington amongst those receiving votes in the poll this week. Spring Arbor, part of that group as well. Taylor also on that list. Finney makes them both. Finney on the season, a 78% free throw shooter. Fisher drives off the window, does not go. And the rebound corralled by Goshen. Finney on the take and make.
That's a good shot.
Finney now in double figures. He's got 11. Heiler leads Goshen in scoring with 13. And there will be some league games where I think Goshen will be competitive, but it's the top end of the league like Marian. It's going to be tough. Good pass by Grimm. Frank for 3. Not that time.
Good shot. Just didn't quite go in.
But the ball will go back to Marian. Knights are 11 of 19 from three-point range.
Well, they are 41% coming in, so that's going to do nothing but help that number.
Take away by Goshen. That is Sarah Elfrey that is in the game. Junior originally from England, averaging a point and a couple of rebounds a game. Again, Grimm the shot block. Shot clock at 13. Here's Heiler. She had a teammate last year on this Goshen squad from Scottsburg. Shot clock at 1. Egoff won't get it off in time. Technically a shot clock violation. Coleman will come back in just to give Grimm a breather for the final 80 seconds. Frank Coleman Shaluga, the freshman that all get playing time this year for Marian. A couple of freshmen are sitting, either injured and or redshirting at this point. Coleman just checked in and coming in cold fires a 3. Coleman made one of those earlier, her first of the season. And Coleman got the start tonight. Here Marcardosi say 1 minute left to go in tonight's game. Elfrey's shot is good. Elfrey makes it 89-43. That pass doesn't get through. Egoff got it to go. Well, the good news for Goshen, they've scored the last 8 points. Bad news is still a 44-point lead for Marian.
Well, Marian, unless Goshen can get a 3, going to hold them under what they normally do at 48.8.
See if Marian actually will take a shot here, and the answer is yes. Fisher the miss, Wheeler the rebound, put back and score. Zoe Wheeler now with 8 points. Finney, a last 3 does not go, and that will be that tonight. Marian dominant. Jan, final thoughts.
No question about it. We've talked all game long. Starts with their defense, giving up 48 tonight, 45. Defense wins them a lot of games.
This one not in doubt from the end of the first quarter on. Marian wins it by a score of 91-45. That'll do it for our first of 2 broadcasts this evening in ISC. Come back a little after 7:30. We'll have the men's contest featuring the same 2 schools that we think will be a bit more competitive. But for now, a temporary goodbye for Jan Bozier and our entire ISC Sports Network crew. This is Greg Rakestraw. Marian wins and wins big. They're 9-0. Thanks for watching on ISC.